What is up, Texas hockey fans? There are so many stats. Me and Don were just talking before we started recording. There's so many stats. We don't know all the stats. There's so many stats of point streaks, road point streaks, 23 out of the last 25, goal streak, 16 out of 15 for Robo. It is insane in Texas hockey land for the Dallas Stars. The Stars just keep winning. Just keep winning. As Dory would say in Finding Nemo, just keep winning. Just keep winning. Just keep winning. The Stars win in Winnipeg, sweep the series in Winnipeg on the road. They got 2 games against Winnipeg later on in the season at home, but they sweep in Winnipeg, which we didn't see coming. Historically speaking, we don't play well in Winnipeg. And look at them, 2 wins, only by 2 goals total, but the Stars have won. Welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice, a Texas hockey podcast brought to you by Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary Mix. We love Zing Zang over here, Zang responsibly all season long. And shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code CSOI when you sign up. Play your first $5, get $75 in bonus entries using our promo code CSOI. I am your host, Stone Strankman, joined always by Dom Garcia. How we doing, bud?
Stone, last night, very gut-wrenching, very tight, very kind of pretty much a normal hockey fan would be, but us Stars, we're so lucky. There's so many stats, man. I feel for like the Robert Tiffins of the world that have to find these stats because it's hard to keep track of them. I mean, just everyone's on point streaks, games with assists, and it's just bottom line, the Stars are scoring goals every single period almost, it feels like, and they just can't be stopped. I mean, I saw a game where they went 3 goals up, and it was just like a walk in the park for these boys. It was just so easy.
It was until it wasn't. Before we get into the game, let's talk about stats. So Robert Tiffin tweeted this out on Monday. It looks like he deleted it, so he might have changed it. But when I saw it, because I was sitting right next to him when he tweeted it out, I was like, that stat is just insane. If the Stars just went 500 the rest of the year, they would hit 100 points.
Oh my gosh.
Through 30 games before last night. I was like, oh, okay. So that's a stat. The Stars have points in 23 out of their last 25 games. Doesn't mean they won every game, but that means they went to overtime or a shootout and ended up losing, but still garnered a point there, which is great for the standings. They're 2 games back right now of Winnipeg. They're on a 13-game road point streak, which is, I believe, the longest since the 2019 season. No, that's wrong. 13-game road point streak, which I think they're one or tied with the longest streak in franchise history for that one, for road point streak. They have points in 11 straight, 9-0-2, which is their best run since an 11-0-1 stretch from the 2019 season, which they ended up going to the Cup in that season, 2019-2020. So that's a good omen. 9-0-2 is pretty ridiculous, but yeah, 11 straight now. It's just that's insane. And then Jason Robertson has goals in 15 out of 16, or 16 goals in 15 games.
Jesus Christ.
So there's some multiple goal games in there. Also, some games where he didn't score a goal, but 16 goals in 15 games for old Robo. Things are good.
Man, I heard a rumor last night that the cap will go up even more based off revenue. You got to pay that man. You just have to.
Yeah. It's getting to a point where 12 million might not be enough. It just might not, depending on what Robo needs.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm right there with you.
And and as a fan, this money does not matter to us at the end of the day. It is not our money. It is the owner and the GM and the team, and everybody else has to figure that out, right? Like, at the end of the day, it's not our money. So if Robo gets paid $15 million, why are you mad? Because his team's together forever. Like, there's hardly anyone on this roster that will not be present for the long haul outside of the older guys like Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin. Those types of players will not be here forever for the next 5 years or so. Like, maybe Jamie Benn plays till he's 41, but I doubt it. So if Robo signs for 15 and the cap just keeps jumping, that 15 is going to be 12, what Mikko's was this year eventually. And I'm not saying that Robo is going to sign for 15. That's just a number that I'm throwing out, hypothetical speaking. Like, I would assume Jim Nill's going to get him under 13, but it might be 12 and a half. He might be paid more than Rantanen. And fans, you don't need to be upset about that. Like, it's going to be okay.
Just keep him in that beautiful Stars jersey.
Especially the retros. It's a great jersey, dude. I finally got mine. Wore it on happy hour last night. Thank you to everyone that tuned in for happy hour, by the way. was a good one. We had
Yeah, it
a
was.
lot of people in there, a lot of comments. We were flying through it, having a happy hour. It was good. It was a good time. We're gonna keep doing that about once a week on the road games.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and the comments were lighting up that happy hour.
Yeah, it was a great time. So don't panic if Robo gets paid more than Miko. It's not. I don't know how much the guys pay attention to that kind of stuff unless it's like Kaprizov, where he's like everyone else is under $10 million that is signed long term, and he's like, here's I got 17 now. So maybe that one stands out a little bit, but I don't think Miko or Jamie or anyone in the locker room is going to be like, oh no, Robo doesn't deserve $13 million because Miko's on this team. Jason Robertson arguably is just as good as Miko. Like right now, it's insane. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, and the conversations of Team USA are over. The guys on second line, third line, like it's
At
done.
worst, third line, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's not on the team, Bill Guerin just made the worst decision ever. Like ever. Just don't have the hottest goal scorer in the world on your Olympic team. That would be crazy. But now we'll get to the game from last night. Last night, the Stars went 4-3 in Winnipeg, sweep the series in Winnipeg this year, which was, like I said, very surprising. Didn't see that one coming because traditionally we don't play well in Winnipeg. First period, we literally hopped off. We hung out on happy hour a little bit after we ended the stream and everything. We were just talking about basketball and whatever. It was like 7:05. Game starts about 7:09. I was like, all right, we got to get out of here so I can go get Victory Plus up on the TV so I can get this game on. Thank God I said it then, because 44 seconds into the game, Essa Lindell, after a 44-second just shift that was just powerful and meaningful and just giving hell to the Winnipeg Jets, Essa Lindell, offensive mastermind. I've always said Essa Lindell, the offensive mastermind, scores his fourth goal of the season, 44 seconds into the game. Bada bing, bada boom. Stars are up 1-0.
Yeah, and I remember like signing off, being like, I would love to see a Finn put one in the net tonight. It'd be a great feeling. And of course, Essa just firing a wrister from the corner, and it finds the net. And you go up that early, it's kind of a shockwave to that home crowd in Winnipeg, and the Stars took advantage of that definitely early in the game.
Yeah, and it's also this team of the Stars that hasn't really scored first and scored first quickly in this season. They usually go down a goal or two before they're like, oh, we're playing hockey tonight. Let's go score some goals. That shift was just insane. They were pressuring immediately after the faceoff. They get the faceoff, they go into pressure, get a few shots on goal. Not on goal necessarily, but a few shots up, shot attempts. Wyatt Johnson's shot gets blocked, and it goes right to Essa over there. Miko had a good chance there, I think. I think Sam Steele had a chance in there. And they're all shot attempts. I think there was only one shot on net before the Essa Lindell goal, but great shift from the guys. Miko sends it over to Wyatt. Wyatt tries to one-time it, it gets blocked, goes over to Essa. Essa just sends it in. But the thing I noticed when I was watching the condensed game recap again this morning, was Sam Steele made the best play on that shift. Snuck in front of the goalie right as the puck was trailing towards Essa after the block shot. He sneaks in front of the goalie. That brings another Jets defender in front of the goalie, just completely screens him off. There's two bodies in front of him where he cannot see. The Jets goalie can't. And Essa just shoots it. I'm not going to say it was like the greatest shot ever, but like he found the hole. It was a great screen by Sam Steele, and they're up 1-0.
Yeah, no, all of Essa's goals kind of have that similar flair to them, if you will. I mean, his Four Nations goal, I think it was the first or second game that the Finns played, and he had that same kind of thing. And just he does what he does, and 4 goals for Essa right now, like that's pretty good considering all the injuries that we've had on the blue line.
I don't think any of them have been empty netters either. Maybe one, but I think they're all kind of the same play where it's kind of towards the end of a shift, and it's like, all right, I've got the puck right here, might as well shoot it. And his first one was home opener this season on the power play, I think. So, just a funky goal. Wyatt Johnson's 19th assist, Mikko Rantanen's 27th assist. I have a nickname coming up for Mikko Rantanen later when we get into this recap. But first period, the Jets dominated it, I would say. Like they had a ton of shots on goal. I can't remember what the number is. I'll scroll up real quick. 11 shots on goal. They spent a lot of time in the offensive zone. Obviously, the Stars got on the power play once before then, weren't able to score. They get another penalty with about 32 seconds left in the period. So they start the second period on the power play. And when that power play comes up, it's just like, all right, if we didn't score the first one, we're definitely scoring the second one. And that's what happened. Rope Hintz, this play was my favorite play of the game, but bar none. That it was just a lot of chaos. Wyatt Johnston's on the left side of the net, sends it over cross crease to Mikko Rantanen. It does get blocked a little bit by the goalie on his pad on the blocker side, and it just goes right to Mikko. And Mikko, you can see exactly what he's going to do. He never had a thought in his mind other than what he was going to do, which was just send the pass back into the crease where Rope Hintz had the defender blocked off, and it was a completely wide open net. Great play by Wyatt to get over to Mikko. Incredible play by Mikko to just already know what he's going to do as he's trailing towards the net. Send it over to Rope. Rope is just in the right spot, right time, wide open net, easy goal. 9th goal of the season for him. 28th assists of the season for Mikko, and 20th assists for Wyatt Johnston.
Yeah, I think the Chicklets Twitter account put this replay out and was like, Jesus Christ, the passing. I mean, this power play is an absolute unit. And boy, does that sound different from last year. Like, it's been over, and like just the chemistry that first line has had on the power play. It's like Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent back to back. Like, oh, you're gonna walk Barry? Oh, here's now what
Here's Hall of Famer Jeff Kent.
A Hall of Famer. Like, pick your poison, and whatever poison you pick, you're gonna get bit. And that's what happens when the Stars go on the power play. It's an if, or it's a when, not if anymore on goals, and it's just lightning. Just lightning.
It's insane. They went 2 for 4 on the power play last night. We'll get to the other one next. But Razor said it on the broadcast. I finally got to listen to the broadcast, which was nice. He just said they're keying in on Wyatt Johnston. They are not letting Wyatt Johnston score a power play goal, which probably the right call. At the end of the day, he has 12 power play goals. He just doesn't not score on the power play. It's shocking when he doesn't score on a power play. We'll just put it that way. The problem is when you just pressure Wyatt Johnston more, that gives more room for Mikko Rantanen and Rope Hintz and Jason Robertson and Miro Heiskanen. Like, this power play is juiced to the gills with guys that can score at any rate. Like, if they're passing, they're happy to pass. If they're scoring, they're happy to score. Like, they don't care how the points get on the board. They don't care who's scoring them. At the end of the day, if you're going to pressure one guy, one of those other 4 guys is going to be more open than they should be, which gives them a better opportunity to either make a play or score a goal. So great power play from the boys, minute 16 into the second period. So 2 quick goals to start the first 2 periods from the Stars.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm thinking, man, my prediction's sounding pretty good right now. I was predicting like a 5-2 drumming, and
I know.
I was sitting tight.
Yeah. Once they get this next goal, which we'll talk about in a sec, I was like, oh, maybe Dom was just right this whole time. Maybe he's just a genius. I don't know what's happening here. But next goal, not too far after that, is about a minute later. We talked about this kid on the happy hour last night. We were like, Maverick Bourque is just not producing points at the end of the day. I think he's playing well. I think he's kind of doing a lot of the right things. It's just the point production is not there. And that was one thing that we said preseason. We're like, Maverick Bourque has to step up. He's got to step into this role like where Logan Stankoven was the year before in his rookie year, where he's producing points and creating chaos and forechecking and all that kind of stuff. He's doing all those things. He's just not producing points. Maverick Bourque, hell of a play here. Incredible forecheck. He gets in there, gets behind the net, puts a really good shot on net, a little wraparound kind of thing that comes right off the blocker, off the pad, and he regains the puck control and sends it over to Petro, who's just kind of above the point, and just sends it home. I don't know how fast the shot was. I don't think it was like crazy fast, but there's so much commotion in front of the net that it was just a good play by Maverick Bourque, just a hustle play, forecheck play. Put a really good shot on net, created some pressure, and then gave it to the right guy and sent it home. I think top corner, and you're up 3-0, 2:31 into the second period, and you're like, okay, well, park the bus, boys. It's over. You don't have to do much after this. And boy, were we wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd, definitely switched in a matter of minutes. But at least at this point, love seeing that crowded net for the Petro shot. When you're back third and fourth lines are doing that, you're giving yourself a really good chance to have one of these types of goals. And the Stars at this point were on their game.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed it like I did last night. Oscar Beck looked kind of fast last night. Did you notice that at all? On the forecheck, coming into the zone and everything. Like,
Yeah, neutral
he's not
zone.
the fastest guy. Like we've known that he's just a bigger body, and he does really good things on the PK. He forechecks and backchecks really well. He's awesome on the PK. He looked kind of fast last night. That's one thing that stood out to me on TV. I'm excited to get back in the building on Saturday, see it in person, see if he actually is faster. Because traditionally, he's just not a fast guy. He looked pretty speedy last night, and maybe that's the Jets looking slower because they're a little bit banged up and whatever it is. But I don't know. Oscar looked pretty fast. And then obviously when you pair that up with Ritzy, who did a lot of that dirty work on that Petro goal, where Maverick Bort just kind of swooped in, and like Ritzy took a face shot. It was kind of boarding, and they didn't call it. Like he got checked right into it, and he's kind of leaning down. His head goes directly into it. He's trying to fix his helmet, and Maverick Bort's like, "I'll take the puck. Don't worry about it, guys." Just sweeps around the puck, around the net, sends it over to Petro. Great goal. And then after that, got a little dicey. Got a little dicey in the second period. Mark Scheifele, who we're very familiar with from last season, scores 2 goals in the span of about 7-8 minutes there. His 15th and 16th goal of the season. The first one, I believe, was the Nils Lundqvist turnover, which you don't want to see. He's behind the net. He's trying to send it up ice into the neutral zone. Someone, I think it was Kyle Connor, tipped it. Great stick. Kind of went over, and he gathers it, sends it over to Scheifele, one times it in. Ends the shutout bid just over halfway through the game, 11 minutes into it. So hated that for Casey, but because he played a really good game. Because the Jets had a total of what, almost 30 shots. Yeah, I mean, they had 25 shots through 2 periods. It's kind of ridiculous. I think it was more than that on the broadcast. I think it was at 28, and then they go back and change it. Dumbest thing ever. Just count the shots, and then don't change it after the game. Just count what you counted, whatever. 25 shots through 2 periods. So he was getting peppered, but Scheifele gets 2. But that first one from Nils, like, feels like a rusty play, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just hadn't played in a while, and he doesn't realize that people are really good with their sticks again. He's got to get that one dialed back in. It's a shitty play, but I'm not going to be too angry at Nils. I was like, he hadn't played in 8 weeks. He'll be back.
Yeah, there were 2 hiccups, particularly in the shot. I mean, credit to Shipley, hell of a player. But these were 2 goals, in my opinion, that like for Casey, you'd love to have back, because Casey was looking smooth last night. At one point, I think he got tackled by a Winnipeg Jets player.
We'll get to that.
But he looked real post to post. He looked really quick last night. Facing a lot of heat and facing it really well. Even at this point in my notes, I was like, man, the Jets have a lot of momentum in that building. It's really loud in there right now. It's going to be a big moment to see if the Stars can put out this pressure. And they handled it about as well as they could. It's just these 2 goals felt kind of a little self-inflicted.
Yeah, so the Nils turnover, obviously, it's 2-on-1. It's a one-timer from Mark Scheifele. He doesn't miss those. Like, Scheifele's a great goal scorer. He's got 16 goals on the season now after last night. So it's still 3-1. You're like, okay, whatever. Then later in the period, the guys can't get off the ice. They're on there for a minute and a half, minute 45, 2 minutes, some of the guys. And Miro goes to gather the puck, and he literally just drops his stick. It just got twisted up. I don't know what it was, but you can see him drop the stick, and it doesn't look like it's a broken stick, but it could have been. I have no idea. Wasn't there. Wasn't on the ice. Couldn't tell. He's gathering the puck, and it looks like he's going to be able to shoot it off of the glass to get it to set in the neutral zone or just in the defensive zone for the Jets. Get a change, then you're going to be fine. That didn't happen. Stick gets dropped. Puck gets back into the Jets. It's just pure chaos, and another one-timer from Mark Scheifele, who just does not miss those. So it's 3-2 at the end of the second period. And you're like, damn, we were just up 3-0. Like, this game was over. And now you got a little bit of pressure. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I think this exact type of goal happened a couple times early last season, where like you're resetting after the power play and everything's like a scramble. And those are, as a fan, those are the worst goals, because, you know, your boys just work their ass off killing 2 minutes down a man, and to do it, and then before you get set, that goal go in. It's a tough feeling. But yeah, no, like, luckily we kind of stepped on the gas a little bit. And now that you mentioned it, Oscar Beck, when I watched him play up and close, he gets to his spot with confidence, and he has really long strides as a skater. He is pretty quick through the neutral zone. And then Sam Steele from the neutral zone to the off defensive zone lightning. Like he's linear right there to the point.
Yeah. So you're obviously 3-2 heading into the second intermission. You're like, all right, we shouldn't be here. We should have just had better defensive zone coverage, and we should have gotten the puck out of the zone and gotten a change and whatever else it was. You didn't get that. You're at 3-2. You're still in a good spot. Still up with the goal. Third period starts. Get on the power play again. Yep. And this one was the slow, methodical, don't take your shot. If you're not comfortable with it, gather the puck. Just keep sending it side to side, up to the top, side to side, up to the top, side to side. Just keep on doing it until you find your spot. And I think Robo did have his one-timer on this power play once, and he kind of fanned on it, but you regather the puck, you restart the cycle. I think it was pretty late in the power play. Jason Robertson, 19th goal, power play goal from Miro Heiskanen and Mikko Rantanen, who I have now stapled the apple orchard because he just hands out apples. You want to go apple picking? Mikko Rantanen's apple orchard is here for you because 29 assists so far on the season. He's at 60 points now as a star through his first 50 games. 42 of those points are assists. It's an apple orchard. Mikko Rantanen is an apple orchard. Obviously not the primary assist on this one, but still a play made by him. And Robo got that one-timer, gets it through the net. Everybody's happy. Robo's happy because he gets his one-timer back. Got that one back that he fanned on a little bit. Gets it back. You're up 4-2, and now you're feeling great. But Apple Orchard, Mikko Rantanen's Apple Orchard. I need to make a shirt. Don't steal it, guys. Don't steal it. It's Mikko Rantanen's Apple Orchard. I got to figure out a design. I'm going to do it.
It's so funny because, like, I could make the argument he could have even more assists if Sam Steele or Wyatt had connect. Really, Robo fans a few every now and then, but like he could have even more assists. Like that's how good of a passer he is, and to have that many, it's crazy. Like the guy is unreal.
If Sam Steele and Jamie Benn had just connected on like a quarter of the amount of shots that Mikko Rantanen had been on, he might have 37 assists right now.
Insane.
Might be 8 more goals for the Stars. That point differential goes from 28 to 36. Like, could do all of those kinds of things. Mikko Rantanen's Apple Orchard. I'm going to figure out how to put it on a shirt. I don't know if let me know if you've got an idea. I think it's Mikko picking an apple off of an apple tree, maybe. I don't know. Or he just has a bucket of apples. I don't know. Just thinking through it. It's ideas. If you're artistic, let me know. We'll pay you for a design fee and we'll give you a shirt. We'll do that. How about that? So if you're good and artistic and can draw and make a good t-shirt, hit me up. Would love to see it. Mikko Rantanen's Apple Orchard. But yeah, Robo gets the goal, 4-2. It's just under 5 minutes into the third period. Sitting at 4-2 now. And I'm like, all right, Dom's prediction. A little empty netter action. 5-2. It's right there. It's right there for the picking. It's right there for the Apple Orchard. Like a minute later, it's 4-3. It's just like, man, again, we're doing this again. The Jets just don't go away. They capitalize on mistakes, even if they're injured, even if they don't have their goalie. They don't go away. Logan Stanley, 4th goal of the season. It's 4-3, just under 6 minutes left, or 6 minutes into the third period. You got 14 minutes left to survive. Maybe there's an empty netter situation. There was. And then literally like nothing happened after that. It was just like dump and chase, dump and chase, dump and chase. This is what it felt like for the rest of the third period.
Yeah, I mean, the Jets are, depending on how you consider 500 in hockey, like they're at that kind of 500 record. But boy, did they play a damn good fucking game last night. You know, to go down 0-3 and will your way back into a really, really tight contested game. That's no small feat. And without Connor Hellebuyck, no less, like they gave us all we could handle. Obviously, we're still trying to get guys back into the rhythm. And I love the way goalie didn't overplay Dutchy, in my opinion. He played him the amount that I wanted to see. Because when you got Mikko dropping apples like that, you're just content with just easing him back into it. And this was a great game for that. And like stick taps to Winnipeg for just hanging in there. It was tough. And the Stars did their thing and held on to that lead. Yeah,
I think great job by goalie on the forwards for minutes played. There was no one in the 20-minute range. Mikko played the most at 19:07 because he just does not leave the ice on a power play. He will not leave the ice. He does not care. Even if he had been on the ice for a minute and a half before the power play, he's just going to stay out for 3.5 minutes. Okay, it's going to happen. The other thing is that the defense played a lot. Esa Lindell only played 24:37. So like that's a light work for the big boy, the
Yeah,
smiling man from Finland. That's light work. Miro Heiskanen played 30-50.
oh god.
23 shifts. I mean, he's out there for the whole power play. Obviously, you don't want Thomas Harley, who just came back, lifted off of IR, activated. Harley played 17 minutes last night, which I think is a very big number. I didn't expect him to play 17, but they had him out there with Petro a little bit. Kappa only played less than 10 minutes, 9:52. Lundqvist played 11:57. He's coming back from an ankle injury. Thomas Harley's now coming back from a foot injury, and you had him out there for 17 minutes. Whatever, you deal with it. But yeah, Miro playing 30-50. I'm like, can you just throw Nils or Capo out there on the power play for 30, 45 seconds at the end of it? Just for shits and gigs, like just to get Miro off the ice for an extra minute would be great. But I get it. He can do it. He's a dog. He's a horse. What are you going to do about it? But yeah, Stars win 4-3 in Winnipeg. Sweep the series in Winnipeg. I think that's a massive confidence boost. I know you only played Hellebuck once, and it was game 1 of the season. But I think that's a big thing because that team's really good, especially in their home bar.
Yeah, to be on this run that we've been on, it's such a like we're casually winning games. I hate the Oklahoma City Thunder, but this has to be what it feels like to be a Thunder fan. Like just to know you can go into any building and you don't even need a superstar performance. You just need to be yourself and you'll have a chance to win and you'll probably win. And that's what the Stars have been doing.
Yeah, and obviously we didn't play Hellebuck, but we played our backup goaltender too.
Yeah.
It's just like, and you throw Casey out, and me and you and a lot of Stars fans are just as confident in Casey as we are in Jake. Yeah, we just know Jake's going to play more games. That's at the end of the day, that's what we know.
Yeah, I think Razor said it. He goes, with these two goalies, you know you have a chance to win every single game.
It's a good place to be. When you have that much confidence in your goaltender, and then the defense starts to get a little bit better. And like I said on the happy hour, when Goalie was talking on Monday, is that he's noticed in their 12-game trends. So they look at games in 12-game blocks. Or their trends. So the first 12 games, it was fine. It was okay. The defense was meh, essentially. The next 12 games, the defense was a lot better. Still not great, but the offense was a lot better. And he said when the defense is really good, the offense is actually exponentially better. I was like, that's a weird trend to think. I don't really know why that happens. I don't think he knows why that happens, but maybe it's a confidence thing. Maybe it's a pressure thing. It's like there's no pressure on the offense because the defense is playing so well. We're going to trust that the defense isn't going to give anything up. So we're able to play more freely on the offensive end. We're going to score more goals. I don't know if it's that or anything else.
Yeah, and it definitely feels that way. Like it feels like you're just calm, and even if you make a mistake, it's not going to cost you anything. Like you can have like that confidence to go and make that crazy Mikko pass. Like they're just feeling it.
Yeah, they're great. So 4-3, Stars are 21-5-5 now through 31 games. It's just an impressive team. And I saw Stars Countdown tweet out, I don't know if it was this morning or last night. He said that this is probably the best record that we've had in the last 4 years through this amount of time, through DeBoer and goalie now. And he was like, during the home games, why does goalie not get a loud cheer like DeBoer got? Because when they do the player entries, the player intros for the starting lineup, they always do goalie at the end as the head coach. And there's cheers. It's fine. But like DeBoer got cheers. Like it was loud when they put DeBoer up on the big screen with his picture and it says head coach Pete DeBoer. We need some praise for this guy. Goalie has transfixed this locker room, the attitude, the gameplay, the confidence. All of it is completely different from the last 3 seasons. Goalie needs some more praise. I was a big fan of him immediately after the press conference because when we hired him, I was like, I guess like it's an Oilers guy. He used to be here. We'll see. And then he did that introductory press conference. I was like, yeah, this dude knows. This dude just gets it. I don't know what it is. I just felt it. So give goalie some more praise during those player introductions on Saturday against Florida. Let's make sure goalie knows that we love him too.
Yeah, and no coach in the NHL has had to work harder because of all these injuries and had to just mix and match lines. I mean, I would have never thought Sam Steele would be so good on the first line, but it's because goalie has the confidence to put him out there. He's looked phenomenal. Yeah, I'd co-sign that statement. Give goalie some praise.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of goalie, and he's a pleasure to talk to and ask questions to. He's just it's a breath of fresh air, I think, for the players and the media, and it should be for the fan base as well. You know what else is a breath of fresh air? We're doing another giveaway. Mikko Rantanen bobblehead. Ever seen it? Ever heard of it? Mikko Rantanen. We got a bobblehead. We got an extra one. We're going to give it away when we hit 250 subscribers on YouTube. We got an extra one last night during the happy hour, so thank you for subscribing. So tell all your friends, tell your family, hit that subscribe button on Clean Sheet of Ice on YouTube. And at 250 subs, we'll be giving that Miko Rantanen bobblehead away. I've also thought of another giveaway to do, and I completely forgot about it, and I didn't write it down, and I can't remember what it was, but I'm going to figure that out. And once I figure that out, we're going to do another giveaway, and it could happen before or after the 250 subs. I need to figure that out. My brain's not working. It's 8:30 in the morning still. I need another coffee maybe, but there's another giveaway in my brain somewhere, maybe in the back of it, and it might come up next week. There's another giveaway. I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure it out. It's going to be a bigger one than just the bobblehead. We're going to have that kind of stuff. So, yeah, giveaway. 250 subs. We'll give away that Miko Rantanen bobblehead. So subscribe today. Let us know. See you in the comments. Just let us know if you're a new subscriber. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to hang out. We're going to do happy hours next week. So, wrote some notes down on Monday from practice. Goalie made it seem like Harley wasn't playing at all this road trip.
Oh, wow.
He was like, look, Harley's going to travel. I don't think he's not ready just yet. We were optimistic about it, but maybe later this week after the road trip. And we're like, okay, that's fine. Like, he's going to travel. We saw this with Jamie. We saw this with Dutchie and some other injuries that have happened this season where they traveled with the team for a road trip, but didn't play, but got some extra ice time for morning skate and practice and stuff. And then all of a sudden, Thomas Harley played last night. Breath of fresh air. It was great.
Yeah, I'd love to have the kid. I think at one point he was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, play me as much as you want.
Yeah, and we learned that it was a foot injury. So this year's feet and ankles are last year's faces for the Dallas Stars with everyone that got hit in the face with a puck.
Yeah.
Now everyone's turning ankles and breaking feet. So I don't know if he broke his foot. I don't know what he did because he obviously didn't break his foot. He wouldn't be playing right now. But yeah, feet and ankles might be a problem this year.
I don't know what it is.
This team just gravitates towards one injury. Everybody's like, yeah, I'll sign up for that injury too. So stupid. And we just keep doing it. So Harley played last night. That was a surprise when they announced that Harley was back on Twitter. Did not see that one coming. So your defensive core is almost all the way healthy. Ilya Lyubushkin is not traveling this week on this road trip. He says it's a 5 to 7 day injury, hopefully per goalie. And it's a different injury than what Ilya Lyubushkin had the previous injury. So the previous injury is good. Now it's a new injury. Hopefully we get Bush back next week or maybe by the end of this week. We'll see. So no Ilya Lyubushkin, but I believe he is the last one that we are waiting on because Tyler Seguin is done for the season. So I think that's the last guy, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I don't know if Bischel's out the entire year.
Oh, Bischel. Yeah. No, he's a 6 to 8 week injury. Same injury as Nils Lundqvist.
Like, it's like he's not in the back of my mind, but it's like.
Forgot about Bish. Sorry.
There is a chance he can come back, but we're doing okay.
No, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah.
It's a 6 to 8 week injury. Nils was at 7.5 weeks, 7 weeks and 3 days, I think, is when he came back.
Okay.
It might take Bischel a little bit longer because I believe it's the same ankle that he had already had surgery on this past summer to take the plate out and broke it back in 2023. So it could take him a little bit longer, or it could be the same timeline. But 6 to 8 weeks is the timeline. Nils came back at 7 weeks and 3 or 4 days, I believe, is what it was. So we'll see him sometime in maybe we'll see him before the Olympic break. If not, we'll definitely see him right after the Olympic break in February.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
And then another piece of news before we get to predictions for the Minnesota game. Minnesota at practice on Monday, Dutchie obviously was activated, and we got to talk to him for the first time in a long time. So Dutchie confirmed that it was a concussion that he had, and he's talking to Sam Nessler of DLLS, and I wanted to go talk to Dutchie about other things and maybe ask a couple of questions about this, but Sam Nessler used to play hockey, played hockey in college. He's dealt with concussions in the past. He was the right person for this conversation, so I was eavesdropping a little bit. If you haven't already, listened to DLLS and read his piece on DLLS. It's great stuff from Sam Nessler, great reporting. But Dutchie had a concussion. He didn't have any symptoms when he got knocked out of that game against Minnesota during the home opener. When he got hit by Middleton, I believe. It was a brutal hit. And we're looking at it like, that's not good. He gets off the ice on his own and goes back. Doesn't come back that game. Doesn't come back the next game, which we're thinking is like soreness, whatever, in the neck, head area. And then he comes back for that Blues game right after that. So it's the second game after the injury. Comes back and plays the full Blues game. He said that when he got back home from the Blues game the next day, he was out with his family, and all of a sudden his vision went, and it was blurry. no spots or anything, but just completely blurry. Didn't know what was happening. There was no symptoms before that with the concussion. So he was not in protocol. He was not in concussion protocol or anything like that. Comes home, he's with his family. That happens. And then it was just a waiting game, essentially. So he does a lot of rehab for his eyes. He does eye exercises twice a day now to make sure that they're stronger or whatever it is. It's a vestibular concussion, I believe is what they call it. So that's all having to do with the eyes connecting to the brain. So scary injury for a guy that needs his eyes to perform and make his living and all that kind of stuff, but just to do what he loves at the end of the day. Because he said it was the hardest kind of period of his time of hockey. It's just like he was out and he didn't know how long he was going to be out. And obviously you've dealt with concussions. Sam has dealt with concussions. Y'all kind of know what that feels like. I've been knocked out when I was in like fourth grade when I played football. Got ran over by a guy that was like 6'2" in fourth grade. I had no chance in that situation. Hit my head on the turf. Went black for 5 seconds, and I was fine. They just put you right back out there if you know your name and your address. But this was not that. So didn't get a chance to talk to Dutchie, but great reporting by Sam Nessler, figuring out what it was and how emotional Dutchie was about that. And he obviously said thank you to the fans for supporting him and willing him back into this and just like letting him take his time and everything. He felt the love from the fans. So great job by you guys and letting Dutchie know like, hey, we miss you. We'll wait for you. We're good whenever you come back. But scary injury. And obviously Dutchie still deals with a little bit of it, but it doesn't affect him too much to where he's going to lose his vision during a game. So he does these eye exercises and he's back, and it's great to have Dutchie back in the lineup.
Yeah, somebody, it might have been DLS. They put out a clip from
the podcast, yeah,
and they were talking to him, and he sounded like just like a freshly born man, like being able to just do the things he used to do again. The thing about head injuries, really, the biggest battle is just kind of getting back to feeling comfortable. So I think last night he was the one that took the high stick to the face.
Yeah.
You don't want that to happen, but like I know in boxing and MMA, like when you're coming back, the best thing to happen is to kind of, sounds counterintuitive, but get a little sweaty, like get hit again. And once you're comfortable with that situation, then you can go play. But just the unknown is the really scary part. And there was a time where I thought we weren't going to see Dutchie the entire season. Like that's how just away he was from the entire team. And that must have killed him. Like just to not be around really at all. And to everyone kind of not be in the know sucks, but to have him playing in the way he's playing and ease him back in, it's going to be huge. And like, that's like, anytime you talk concussions and vision, like even doctors, like it's a crapshoot of what moves can you take. And luckily these eye exercises have been working for him. And hopefully, he stays on that path towards playing the Dutchie that we've seen over the past time in Dallas. It's one of the best players contract-wise we've ever had.
Best contract in hockey, people are saying. And like you said, taking a shot and seeing what happens in the game. I think he took a big hit pretty early in the second period, maybe, where he got blasted into the wall. And I was like, oh, please be okay. Please be okay. Please be okay. And then he's just like, all right, on to the next. And he just kept skating, stayed on the ice, didn't go off the ice immediately. Took another shot later in the game, and it was at the end of the shift. So he was coming off the ice anyway. It was just a little slower to get there, but big hit, whatever. And then, like you said, the high sticking, which should have been a 4-minute double minor, by the way. He's spitting blood on the ice, on the bench, and he's screaming at the refs, and the refs don't care. They didn't look. They didn't check him all too much. They checked him right at the beginning, but then as soon as they didn't see anything on his face, they were like, all right, you're good. Then he goes to the bench, and he's just spitting blood onto the ice because it hit underneath his teeth, I think. You could see the red on his gum. So that was tough not to have the 4-minute penalty, but I think that was the robo goal. So it's like, yeah, you give and take. You got a goal, you're up 4-2, you'll be all right. So yeah, great to have Dutchie back. Scary injury for him, scary injury for Stars fans, scary injury for the Stars organization because they just gave this guy $4.5 million for the next 4 years. Like, it's an investment, and you want your investment to turn out. And obviously, Dutchie's just a great guy, and we want him on the ice, and we want him to be happy. So happy to have Dutchie back. Hopefully, he just starts to find that groove, and we get him back in that center position to where he's happy and healthy and can get back to where he's comfortable. So we'll see with Dutchie. Before we get out of here, let's talk about the Minnesota Wild. Florida Panthers are on Saturday. We'll talk about them. I don't know if we'll talk about them. We might have a surprise guest on Friday on this podcast. They've been on this podcast before, so do your due diligence. I may have announced it the last episode, but they may be on this episode or on Friday's episode. So tune in. It might be a little bit later. It might come out later in the afternoon. I'll let you know on my social medias at Apollo Stoney and on Clean Sheet of Ice. We'll let you know when that episode is going to come out on Friday, but it'll probably be a little bit later. Timing. We're not on the same time zones, so got to figure that out. But before we get out of here, Minnesota. Jake Oettinger loves to play against Minnesota. Absolutely loves it. I had a friend text me yesterday. Why is Otter not starting? He just started the other game. I was like, well, he did start 3 in a row, guys. Like, after 3, it's okay for Casey to get in there. Casey's great. So, like, leave it alone. He's really getting into hockey, so he's starting to figure out all kinds of things. So I'm letting him figure that out for himself. But Jake gets the start against Minnesota. He loves going against Minnesota. If we're playing against Wallstat, this game is 1-0 in one direction, and I don't know what it is because Jake doesn't lose to Minnesota. He doesn't give up goals very often. Wallstat just doesn't give up goals. Just at all. Like, he just wins and he doesn't give up goals. So it should be a slugfest. It should be a goalie, just a goalie game where it's going to be really fun. What do you think about Minnesota and the Stars on Thursday?
This is the type of game you circle on your calendar, especially with the way these two goalies are playing. It's my Texans played the Broncos, 2 of the best defenses in the league, and it was just, if you had made a mistake, it was going to cost you the game. And the Stars haven't played a game like this going back on a few stretches where, like, they turned this Winnipeg Jets game into a game like that. But this game from start to finish is going to be a who's going to blink first. Defensively, though, like the way our blue line is playing, if you get Harley back, playing that 15 minutes, like, I think you can wear out Minnesota. But then again, Minnesota, they're rock solid back there too. So it's going to be a tight game. If I had to put a prediction on it, the way Wallstad's playing, like, it's going to be a 2-1 Minnesota. Just, he is on a historic heater in net right now.
Yeah, so Minnesota's 7-2-1 in their last 10. They're 8-3-4 at home, which is really good. They only have a +4 point differential, and like we said a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week, we're like, man, they're right on our heels.
Yeah,
they're 3, 4, 5 points back of the Stars, and we're like, we're playing really fucking well, and we're still 5 points back of Colorado. It's like, it's a crazy little division there, but now they're back there. They're 10 points back. They're at 37. The Stars are at 47. They played 1 less game than us. That's what they don't score goals. The Stars have scored 109 this season. Minnesota scored 85. So you're going to be in a slugfest here because they don't score a lot of goals and they don't give up a lot of goals. They've obviously given up only 1 more goal than the Stars. The Stars have given up 1 less goal, which is pretty crazy because both Gus and Wallstead have been really good this season for the Wild, but they're really good at home, 8-3-4, or maybe not really good at home, but they're good at home. They get points at home, and the Stars are 11-1-4 on the road with a 11-game road or 13-game road point streak. So they're putting that to the test. They've won 4 in a row. Obviously, Minnesota's only won 1. It's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to take the Stars. I'm going to take Jake. Jake loves to play Minnesota. That's his team growing up. He's a Minnesota kid. He mentioned it to me right as the season was starting that those new Minnesota jerseys are impeccable, the white ones with the gold trim and all that kind of stuff. He said he loved those. I think he loves these retro 99s a little bit more. But, yeah, it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a defensive goalie type of standout game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be a big test for sure. Man, like, it's Colorado and Dallas. There is a significant gap. Everybody else, but if you catch Minnesota and they get hot, like, they're the team I'm watching to kind of lessen that gap between the big time players and the really good teams in the league.
Yeah, Minnesota's 37 points. Like I said, they're 7th in the NHL in points. Like, they're really good. The problem is that Colorado and Dallas are so much better than everybody else. The third place team, the Washington Caps, 39 points.
Yeah, like, I've seen too much Avs fans on my Twitter feed, but they were like, we just had a great stretch of games and we lost a point. Like, I think other Avs fans need to realize that Dallas ain't going anywhere.
And like we keep saying for the last week or two, is that Colorado is playing their best stretch of hockey. And obviously they're 30 games into the season. They're playing some of their best hockey. They just lost in overtime in their last previous game. So they're playing their best stretch of hockey. And Dallas hasn't been healthy, one, and two, hasn't played particularly great. They played good. They find ways to win. It's greasy. It's gross. But there hasn't been, like, even the Oilers game. They scored 8 goals, and you're like, holy shit, this is the best game they've ever played. They gave up 3 really bad goals in that game. Really bad ones. But the reason that they could do that is because they scored 8. We're just like, you know what? We don't have to play 60 minutes of complete hockey. We could play 35 and be up 6-1 and be like, okay, this one's over. If we score more, that's great. Nathan Bastian was like, I'll go score more. I'll just keep scoring in that game. So I think we've had maybe one game where it's been absolutely complete, where you felt like the goaltender, the defense, and the offense were clicking all at once.
Yeah, no. And then I think what speaks volumes to this team is that the NHL does their 3 stars a week every week. And there's always a star, it feels like, every single week playing their ass off. So love the run that the boys are on. And they're going to need to put on a great performance to beat Wallstad.
I do have a bone to pick with the NHL. Jason Robertson got second star of the month last month in November. He had the same amount of points as Nathan MacKinnon did, but he had 5 more goals. Aren't goals harder to get than assists? Just asking. Same amount of points, more goals. Just asking. That'll do it, I guess. I don't think we have any. Do we have anything else to talk about? I don't think I have anything else to talk about.
When you're winning this much, there's only so little you can say.
It's incredible. Like, when was the last time we felt like this as a sports fan? Was it the 2019 Astros? Where you kind of just expected to win every baseball game, which is absurd.
Yeah, like, it's just, I forgot what it feels like to get like drummed. Like, I every single week I'm expecting one game to, like, we're gonna drop a stinker. We're all human. Like, it's gonna happen. And these are the best teams in the world, and we haven't dropped one like
since the second week of the season against Columbus. That was the last bad game. We lost 5-1.
It's December 10th. We have 5 regulation losses,
and they're all like relatively close, a goal or 2.
Yeah,
and you have a shot at the end. Like that Calgary game a couple weeks ago. That was brutal. It was a bad game. Mikko gets tossed from the game and then gets suspended right after. Like, this is a bad game. They got a point. Like, they could have won it in shootout.
December 10th, 5 regulation losses. At least one player from each line has missed a week of due to injury.
Yeah, maybe not the top line. It's just been Sam Steele, Mikko, and Wyatt. They're the only ones that haven't missed anybody. Yeah. Jamie was out. Sagan's now out. Duchesne missed over a month. Nils has missed. Harley's missed. Yeah, I don't know. This team's really good. At the end of the day, they're just really good. Never too high, never too low. Keep it keel. Keep it even keel, guys. Even keel. I'm talking
even keel, and continue to subscribe because our numbers are doing really well.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button because we will give away this Mikko Rantanen bobblehead when we hit 250 subscribers. If you live in Dallas, I can come drop it off to you either at a game or wherever. If you don't live in Dallas, then we can ship it out to you whenever, wherever. I'm going to ship out that Dutchie hat today whenever I get my hands on it from Tori. So shout out to Danny for subscribing. Her fiance also subscribes and watches to us now. She forced him to do that. So thank you, Danny. That was great on you. That hat's actually going to Oxford, Mississippi. I learned that when she sent the address, and I said, if you're an Ole Miss fan, I'm not sending this. And she goes, I'm not. I can't remember what school she went to, but her fiance went to Ole Miss. And I was like, all right, I'll send it. I guess. I'll send it. So that'll go out today, this week. We're going to do giveaways. I have another giveaway in my brain. I don't know what it is, but we're going to do more giveaways when we hit more subscribers. 250 is the next benchmark for the Mikko bobblehead. Hopefully we hit it soon, and we do another giveaway the next one. We're going to do it by 250 subscriber increments. That's what I've decided. First 100 was great. We're on to 250 increments now. 250, 500, 750, and 1,000. If we hit 1,000 subs before the playoffs, I'll just do it. I'll get one of the new Retro 99 jerseys for someone in whatever size. You got to give me like 3 different players that you want, though, because we don't know how many.
Yeah.
How many are going to be in stock and in what size. So We will do a 99 retro jersey giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So tell everyone that. I've already said it. It's on the record. Can't yell at me. Can't take it back. 99 retro jersey giveaway at 1,000 subs. There. Said it.
Unbelievable. The best jersey in hockey.
Yeah, so just subscribe. It'll be free. You don't have to do anything. You get to choose what jersey you get, what size, the 99 jersey. And if you don't want the 99 jersey, you just tell me. If you want the victory green or the road whites, I'll do whatever. We'll give away a jersey at 1,000 subs. We'll just do that. All right? So hit that subscribe button. We'll be back on Friday with a very special episode, special guest. Don't know what time. It'll be out, though, on Friday. So hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We're on Apple, Spotify as well. Spotify has video as well. So if you would rather watch us there in that app instead of YouTube, hit us up on Spotify. We can stream it there. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsor, Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here. Zang responsibly all season long with the Michelada, the Margarita, the Bloody Mary mix, the Blazing Bloody Mary mix. They got it all over at Zing Zang. Zang responsibly all season long. Dom, thanks for joining. Texas Hockey fans, we'll be back on Friday with another episode. Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.